Good morning, students. All last class we finished about the Wheatstone bridge circuits. How the circuits will be there, we discussed in the last class. We'll do some examples on the Wheatstone bridge. Next, energy of the capacitor is there. Effect of dielectric will be there. And on that, after that, common potential. With this lecture, this synopsis will complete. We'll try to do some problems on the Wheatstone bridge circuit. Okay. So, try to do this problem. Examples on Wheatstone's bridge. Okay, in capacitors, how the Wheatstone bridge circuit they will ask, we'll discuss about that. If the circuit is like this, these values are C, 3C, 2C, 6C. This value is 2C. Here it will be A. Here it will be B. So if we observe this circuit, this will be balanced Wheatstone bridge. P by Q, C1 by C2 is equal to C3 by C4. So this will be ineffective. Clear understanding. So since it is a balanced Wheatstone bridge circuit, this 2C will be ineffective. We can remove this 2C. Okay. So if we remove, then what will happen? C3C will be in series. Effective will be C into 3C by C plus 3C. This value 3C by 4. These two will be in series. Effective will be 2C into 6C by 2C plus 6C means 8C. Okay. CC will cancel. 2 4s will cancel. Again 2 3s, 2 2s will cancel. So this value 3C by 2. So if we redraw the circuit, here it will be 3C by 4. Here it will be 3C by 2. These two are in parallel. So effective will be how much? CAB is equal to 3C by 4 plus 3C by 2. LCM will be 4. Here 3C. Here 6C. Final value 9C by 4. Clear? Like this, problems on the Wheatstone bridge will be there relating to capacitors. Still, we will discuss some more examples on the Wheatstone bridge. Here one circuit is like this. Three C, 6C, C, 6C, 12C. This is A, this is B. Okay. If we redraw the circuit, what will happen? Here I am assuming point C. Here I am assuming point D. Here A means here also A. Here B na, here also B. If we redraw the circuit, what will happen? Here A, here B, take here C, take here D. A to C, this value will be 6C. A to C, this value is 6C. A to D, this value will be 3C. Okay, next C to B, 12C is there. D to B, 6C is there. Clear understanding? D to B, 6C. C to D, C will be there. You observe C1 by C2, 6C by 12C is equal to 3C by 6C. So this capacitor will be ineffective. Understanding? Because that is a balanced Wheatstone bridge. This will be ineffective. We can remove that one. Then so 6C, 12C will be series. Effective will be 6 into 12 by 18. 6 3s, 3 4s will cancel. This will be 4C. 3C, 6C will be in series. So effective 3 into 6 by 3 plus 6, 9. 18 by 9 means 2C. So here we can write here A, here B. By removing this, we can replace a capacitor of 4C. By removing this, we can replace a capacitor of capacitance 2C. Again, these two will be in parallel. Effective capacity will be 4C plus 2C means this value is equal to 2C. Clear? Plus 4C plus 2C. So in this manner, problems will be there on the Wheatstone bridge. We will do one more problem on this. Examples on the Wheatstone bridge only. What is the effective capacitance between A and B? This is the question. You observe this part. You just leave this one. If you observe, this will be Wheatstone bridge circuit. If this is not there, this will be what? Wheatstone bridge circuit. Understanding? So we can remove this. 2C, 3C, 6C will be in series. So, but here C is there, you keep this C. So, this part will be Wheatstone bridge. Na? So, Wheatstone bridge, balanced Wheatstone bridge this is. Balanced Wheatstone bridge means we can remove this C. Clear? Then try to solve this circuit, simple only. 3C, 6C will be in parallel series. So 3 into 6 by 3 plus 6, this will be 2C. So if we redraw the circuit, here A, here B, here C is there. The effective of these two will be 2C. For this, how it is? 3 into 6 by 3 plus 6. 18 by 9, this is equal to 2, 1C extra will come, so 2C. 9 into 18 by 9 plus 18, 27. So this value is equal to 6c. We can write here 6c. We can write here 2c. All will be in parallel. So what is the effective capacitance? CAB is equal to 2C plus 6C plus C. So this value is equal to 9C. Okay, like that. Problems will be there on the capacitors and the circuit problems. Clear? Get an idea about that. In the exercise also different models will come. Then you will get clarity about this. Next, after finishing of this, next topic will be energy stored in a capacitor. Energy stored in a capacitor. Already important derivation this is. What is the formula for energy stored in a capacitor? Means U is equal to 1 by 2 CV square or Q square by 2C, small q or capital Q, whatever it may be. This is equal to 1 by 2 VQ. So we will use this formula to find the charge on a, find the energy on a capacitors in terms of C and V, in terms of Q and C, in terms of V and Q, that is. Okay. Next, one more question they will ask. Energy stored per unit volume. Energy stored per unit volume, this formula will be 1 by 2 epsilon naught E square. Already this derivation is also there. Energy stored per unit volume. Next, one more question they will ask in the objective. If capacitor stores a charge of some 20 joules, what is the energy supplied by the battery? What is the energy stored in the capacitor? Okay. Here one capacitor is there. It is energized, means it is stored, it acquires charge when it is connected to a battery. Clear? A capacitor is there. It stores charge with the help of a battery. If it stores a charge of 1 by 2 VQ, how much energy will come from the battery and how much energy it will store, how much energy will be wasted? Like that questions will be there. Always remember, if this capacitor stores 20 joules, energy coming from the battery will be 40 joules. Double to this, it will supplies the energy. Remaining 20 joules will be there, na? That will be wasted. So, if this capacitor stores a charge energy 1 by 2 VQ, energy supplied by the battery will be equal to VQ, and energy wasted in storing the charge, that will be equal to 1 by 2 VQ. So that is important. Write that point. Energy stored in a capacitor is 1 by 2 VQ. Then energy given by source is VQ. Okay? Half of the energy always it will be wasted. Okay, this is important. Next, After finishing of this, next what is the dielectric effect? Next, effect of dielectric on different factors in two different situations. Effect of dielectric on different factors in two different situations. What are the two different situations means? For example, this is a capacitor. It is connected to a battery. Okay. Now, without disconnecting the battery, I introduced one dielectric in between the plates. Without disconnecting the battery, I introduced one dielectric. Then what will happen to the charge? What will happen to the potential, energy? Like that questions will be there. This is the capacitor. It is charging with the help of a battery. Now, by disconnecting this battery, capacitor in the charging state. Now, by disconnecting the battery, we introduce a dielectric here. Then, what will happen to the charge, potential, electric field, energy? Like that, questions will be there. So, after disconnecting the battery, if we introduce dielectric, without disconnecting the battery, if dielectric is introduced, how the different factors will change on that questions will be there. Clear? Okay. So we will write this as two parts. First one will be without disconnecting the battery. Without disconnecting the battery, dielectric is introduced. This side, after disconnecting the battery, dielectric is introduced. After disconnecting the battery, dielectric is introduced. Without disconnecting the battery, dielectric is introduced. So listen, whether disconnected, if we disconnect the battery, if we do not disconnect the battery, capacity after introduction of the dielectric, capacity always increases by K times. So in these two cases, capacity will be K into C naught. C naught will be initial capacity. Here also what will happen? C is equal to K into C naught. If we disconnect, you don't disconnect the battery, capacity will always increases by K times. Next, here battery is not disconnected, so potential difference across the plates will remains as the constant. Potential difference will remains as the constant across the plates of capacitor because battery is not disconnected. Here what will happen? Battery was removed, so no additional charge is coming to the capacitor. There is no source to get the additional charge. That's why charge will remains as the constant. Here potential will remains as the constant. Here charge will remains as the constant. Next, in the same way, here what will happen to the charge? Q is equal to what will happen? C into V. C increases by K times. Na? V is not changed. Q is equal to CV na formula. So V not changed, this increased by K times. So K C naught V naught. This is equal to K Q naught. Small q you use. So K Q naught. Charge will increase by K times. Here what will happen to the potential? V is equal to Q by C because Q is equal to CV. Then Q naught same only. C value K C naught. So this value V by V naught by K. Q naught by C naught will be V naught. That's why V is equal to V naught by K. Clear? Next, remaining also if we write next. If we write the energy 1 by 2 CV square. C value is how much? K C naught. V value is V naught. Again 1 by 2 C naught V naught square means initial energy. So this value becomes K into U naught. Here what will happen to the energy? Here charge remains as the constant. We'll use the formula Q square by 2C. So this is Q naught square by 2 into K C naught. Q naught square by 2C naught is equal to U naught. So energy will decrease by 1 by K times. Okay, after introduction of the battery, introduction of the dielectric when battery is disconnected. Next, fifth point, if you see what will happen to the field. E is equal to V by D. This is V is equal to V naught. So electric field between the plates won't change after introduction of the dielectric if we are not disconnecting the battery. Next, here electric field E is equal to V by D. V value is V naught by K into D. V naught by D is equal to E naught. So this value E naught by K. So electric field will decrease by 1 by K times. Clear? In this way, we can study the different factors when dielectric is introduced. Next, last topic for this will be common potential. What is that? C. Common potential. Okay. Here two capacitors are there. Their capacities are C1 and C2. Okay. They are connected like this. Their positive plates are connected. their negative plates are connected. They are at two different potentials, V1 and V2. So consider two capacitors having capacities C1 and C2, potentials V1 and V2 are connected as shown in the figure. They are connected as shown in the figure. Then what will happen? From higher potential to lower potential, charge will flow until the potential is equal. So charge will remains as the same here. So charge, what will happen? Q is constant here. So initially charge on this will be C1 V1. Charge on the second capacitor will be C2 V2. Charge will go from one capacitor to another capacitor until the charges are, until the potentials are equal. So both will have same potential after connecting. This V will be called as the common potential. V value is equal to C1 V1 plus C2 V2 by C1 plus C2. So this is the formula for common potential. Okay. In this case, they will ask to calculate the loss of energy. How much energy will be lost? Like that, questions will be there. So loss of energy, this formula you remember, its energy will be 1 by 2 C1 V1 square. Its energy will be 1 by 2 C2 V2 square. When charging, what will happen? Some energy will be wasted. So finally, final potential by substituting this, if we calculate, what to do? 1 by 2 C1 V1 square 1 by 2 C2 V2 square, this is the initial energy, minus 1 by 2 C1 plus C2 into V square. This V value by substituting here, if we calculate, finally we will get this as 1 by 2 C1 C2 by C1 plus C2 into V1 minus V2 whole square. This is the formula for loss of energy. Point is clear? So on these problems will be there when two capacitors at different potentials are joined together such that their positive plates and negative plates are connected together. Find the common potential, find the loss of energy. Like that, questions will be there. Here one more model will be, if capacitors are connected like this, positive is connected to negative, negative is connected to positive of the other. If capacitors are connected as shown in the figure, they will ask to calculate what is the common potential. Common potential here in the previous what we did, C1 V1 plus C2 V2 we did. Here this value will be C1 V1 minus C2 V2, or you take difference by C1 plus C2. From more you have to subtract the less. They will ask loss in energy also. Loss in energy delta U is equal to 1 by 2 C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. Here this value V1 plus V2 whole square. Clear? With this, synopsis is completed successfully for this electric potential. Electric potential will be important lesson. Listen all the synopsis. Try to write the notes from that. From the next class onwards, we'll start doing the problems on this. Okay? With this, synopsis is completed for this lesson. We'll start doing the problems from the next class.